amazing to see.
No, I know.
The stadiums, the
Yes.
people visiting, the
Yes.
you know, and you know what else is so interesting? Like when you watch like the Olympics or you watch World Cup, you don't even though you know how many teams are there and how many athletes are there and how many, you know, different countries are represented, you don't know until you see how many like major cities across the United States in 3 different time zones, like actually how massive it really is.
Even in Mexico.
Or Mexico and Canada,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like
But
it's crazy.
that's how I felt when the Olympics were in Paris. Like all the people that are brought together to sports, and I think that's the most beautiful thing about sports, like how much people they can bring together. And I really like realized it during the Olympics in Paris. So I'm really curious about the Los Angeles one because it's going to be all over the place.
Yeah.
So
What did you do anything in Paris? Like was it what was it like?
it was crazy. So
For years?
yes.
Was it just insane for years or just when it was there?
No, when it was there, like you could have seen the transition, but also like there is a lot of tourists in Paris, like all summer and all years. But like the Olympics was really, really crazy. Like, and even like in the borders or like not like where I'm from, mostly you could see like Olympic stuff. Like or like a lot of people like going tourism. You don't go to tourism in my little city, my little hometown. So yeah, it was kind of crazy.
What city are you from again?
I'm from Daffa, so
Daffa.
it's 30-40 minutes away from Paris.
Okay.
So it's really close because in subway then it's 10 minutes. And yeah, I didn't grow up in the city, like downtown.
Gotcha. How big is basketball in Paris?
It's getting bigger. Like I said, like soccer is really the thing. Like everybody plays soccer. In school we play soccer. Like you would never see people like in the like at the break in school like play basketball. Everyone would play soccer. And even if you're a basketball player, you better go play soccer with everyone. But yeah, so it's getting bigger. I feel like the wave of young NBA players like Victor Wembanyama, Bilal Coulibaly coming from Paris and all that like really helped my brother too. So yeah, it's really growing. And the fact also that we hosted 2 NBA games, that really helped.
Yeah.
And that was really fun too. I get the chance to win and CD played there, so it was really fun and really brought people together too. So
Oh, that had to be so much fun to watch your brother.
I know. That was like, he didn't play in Paris since he was like 13 or 12. So that was crazy. He was really happy, excited.
Okay, so tell us that. So he hadn't played in Paris.
It's like
Who did they play against?
Indiana. So it was a really good game.
Cool.
Spurs, Indiana. And I think they won both. Yes, if I remember well. And yeah, it was crazy. And
So what was his journey?
He went to Spain at 12 or 13, and he did all his like prep school years there and first pros year there. So
How many years different are you guys?
3 years.
Okay.
He's born in 2004. I'm born in 2007, and he did all his prep school year there, and then started his pro career there. So that brings us to 2020, 21. Then the COVID. He stayed. Then the COVID happened. He came back to France just to practice and be with his family. Went back, still played pro, and got ready to trying to go to the draft process. And he chose then to go to G League with Scoot Anderson in Ignite, and then did 1 year and went to the NBA.
So he and Victor Wembanyama are the same age then, because they were. He was in the same Henderson draft. Okay.
Yes, and they play against when they were little, like in I think 6 or even 8 or 10 tournament. Like they would always go against each other. So that's really fun. And same with Bilal Coulibaly and other French draft picks. So
Yeah.
yes.
So did you grow up like watching it? Because your dad played.
Yes.
And so did you just grow up watching a lot of
that's
basketball?
That's the reason I'm here. I just wanted a little sister that wanted to do the same as her big brother. So so our biggest brother that is born in 2000, it also played basketball. My dad played pro too. So we grew up like watching every single game that was like online. So on the weekend we could watch NBA because it was late at night, but we didn't have school, so we could watch NBA. But the rest of the week was EuroLeague, French, like not the, the French league. Then we would like go around like basketball areas next to us, like trying to find a game every weekend. Every day there is a game around us, we would go, and that was really fun.
Just to like attend,
Yes.
because you liked basketball.
Yes.
Your dad was an Olympian. Do I understand that for Senegal?
Yes.
That's
yes,
really cool.
That's really really cool. Yeah, I wasn't born obviously,
Sure.
but yes, he's really proud, and like his home country is like really a lot for him, and he told me like that's the best thing he did in his career, represent his country.
Yeah.
So I'm really proud of that.
What kind of player do you understand? Either hearing from him, or did you ever get to watch
I watched
film of him? What kind of
some
player is
couple
he?
films, but mostly pictures and stat sheets. But he was really athletic. That's why I'm hearing. He was really like a scorer too, and he loved to guard and be on defense, like hustle plays. So you can kind of see similarities through my brothers and me. Like we look up to him a lot, and yeah, really athletic mostly.
Are you? How many brothers do you have? Just two?
I have three.
3 brothers.
Yes,
Okay.
I have a little brother, but
Oh,
Your
okay.
little brother is
my
he's
best
the
friend.
pistol of all of
I
them.
know,
Amazing.
I know, he's
Yeah.
the best.
How
He
much
tried to
younger is
act
he than you?
shy the first time that we were.
Yeah, don't buy
on
that.
Zoom.
He's not shy.
And he was like, and she's like, he speaks better English than anyone. Because like when you're trying to talk to somebody the first time, and Daffa does such a good job. I mean, and now, like we were talking about this earlier, I don't even know how you do this every day.
No, I know. Like I was talking about it with Brittany. Like she was like, "Oh, Daph, your science today." I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm thinking in French a little."
I'm thinking in French a little.
No, yeah, but I think it's like part with basketball, and grew up with like we knew like that's what we wanted to do in life. So all the terms in like basketball are like a layup, those are in international terms, like a pass
Yeah.
and all of that. So we kind of like catch up to it. And some of the games NBA, like they weren't dubbed, so we have to like listen to them in
Ah.
English. Like so, and we love American culture. My brother listens to rap, the fashion, everything. So I think we grew up a lot with that, and even cinema and movies. So
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay, the question I've been most looking forward to asking. I had a French teammate when I
Yes.
was here. He was from Bordeaux, Amat Mbaye, and there was a day he came in to practice, or we actually may have been on a road trip. I can't remember, but he came in. He's like, "Guys, it happened. I had my first dream in English last night." So have you ever had a dream in English up to this point?
Yes, but when I dream with my teammates, so if Brooklyn is baking an apparition, yes, it's in English.
Oh,
Or
okay,
if
so
like
it's-
I'm on the road, it's really funny. But I do sometimes dream in English.
I thought, we
it's
thought that
really
was so. We were like, that blew our minds. Like, oh wow,
I know.
like dreaming. I never thought about that.
Yes.
That's good.
It's sometimes like when I'm on the court, I try to not do it because that gets me lost and everything. But like sometimes I think in French and I'm like, I want to say like communicate something and like ask for it in French. I'm like, don't
Just
do
to
that.
clarify.
That's not gonna
Yeah.
work. That's gonna be worse. So
How many languages do you speak?
okay,
Go
so
through your family, because this is interesting to
Okay.
me.
But my family, like my mom is the most impressive because she speaks a lot of like native language from France, from Senegal, because there is like tribes and stuff in the past of Senegal. So she speaks a lot. She's the best. I think she speaks like 9 and or 8, something like that. But she's
I mean,
really impressive. Like, and
Like
she's
9 languages.
and
That's
she's trying to
amazing.
learn English and Spanish, so she's amazing. So I speak French, English. I learned Spanish in high school, but I wasn't like the best. So when I got here, I was like, let's perfectionate my Spanish. Then I speak Wolof, and then my brother went to a specific place in Spain, and I'm trying to learn this specific place in Spain. So 5.
Would that be Catalonia?
No,
Is that where he
it's
was? Okay.
Baskia.
Oh,
Baskia.
okay.
So more in the north.
Okay.
Yes. Next to Bilbao. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's what
So
fascinates
cool.
me so much about Europe in general, is how many languages,
Mm-hmm.
how many people are willing to speak other languages and to learn that. Because like in the U.S., it's not,
Yeah.
we don't really do that as
I
much.
think-
It's not as common. You know, some people will speak Spanish and but it's not nearly as common.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's because your guys' place is so big. Like, you like if you want to go to the beach, like you literally think if you go in North Carolina, you're getting into another country, but it's not. Or like the difference between like Seattle and Los Angeles, San Francisco and Nevada, like you can have so much difference in the entire country. Like you need it, but like at the same time you don't, because when you think about it, like I think France is like kind of the size of Texas or something like that. So yeah, and that makes like you think that or Europe entirely is like the size of US or not even, I think, but that's crazy.
What do you think of Oklahoma?
I love it. People are so nice. Like it's really different from Paris though, but people are so
People
nice.
are always comparing Oklahoma to Paris.
Really?
We get no.
She's being okay. She's joking.
I was like, I never heard it.
No.
No.
But what have you liked the most? I mean, obviously people,
People
but
are
like, what
nice.
have you?
The slow pace, like
yes,
do you like that?
that's really nice.
Do you think you like that just because it's different from what you grew
no,
up with?
because when I went to prep school, I went to like a really small town, like too small town. It was like nothing compared to Paris. It was really like more chill pace.
How far from where you grew up was that?
It was 3-4 hours.
Oh, okay.
So I would like, if I had a weekend off where I didn't have a game, I would take the train to go to my parents' house.
Okay.
But I think,
Were the people different?
yes. like when I first went there and like I had like other girls that were from Paris, you could have tell like the way we talk or like the way we act that we were from Paris and not from there. But then we just got along, like kind of similar to this team. But I think it's like the roots of like the tribes and like the country aspect. Like I never seen people like the first football game, like all the people's in boots and stuff, and like or even like the fact that seeing like a truck every like 2 seconds when you're out. I think you have to wait a month, like every 1 month you see a truck in France. That's crazy. And or even Kazaya, I would bring her up too, because like her listening to Christophe, but I'm like, you don't listen to country. There is no country in France. So that was really funny, and I was like, oh yeah, that
Your class is a cool class.
I know. I think it's the coolest, but
yeah, like you guys have been like talk about that year, like your freshman year, like as a group, and then obviously you've added both Keely and Jordan too. So now your class is really big. But
Yes, we're really close. I think that really helped us. Like even though we have different backgrounds, we're really different, but we like bonded on so much other stuff, like coming here, and we always hang out, always try to do something outside of basketball, trying to change our moods, change our minds, and that really helped us. And like now I see even on court, like we grew so much from outside and inside the court. So I just love my class. I'm so thankful for it.
Yeah.
How did let's talk about Emma a little bit.
Yes.
Obviously she's not French, but
she's
like
not.
you guys come from different backgrounds, but she's international. So like, is there just kind of like a special bond? Is it nice to have somebody who's not American with you?
Like, we have this sentence that's bad, but like we don't use it really often, but like, or it's more with our no basketball friend when they like go eat outside, or like they show us what a float is. And I looked to Emma, and we said it at the same time. That's so American.
Okay.
So with more food and stuff, like we relate. Like every trip, like we go on the table after dinner, we drink our tea, and we're like, oh, I miss our biscuits and our like really, really good pastries.
So you were glad to add Issy.
Yes.
We did tea at my house.
Exactly.
And you guys were in heaven, and it was like.
Yes, Emma was smiling. That's the only visit she was smiling all over the place.
Yes.
She was so happy.
Yeah.
And yeah, that really helped me to have like someone from Europe, and even like just talking about like our basketball compare like to this basketball, like more FIBA style and everything. So that really helped me too.
What's better, French tea or British tea?
Are you biased?
I'm
What
not
would
biased.
What would Emma say?
Emma would say hers, and I feel like I really like hers because in France I drink more green tea, and with my family we drink a lot of green tea, so it's more Asian. But like English breakfast tea is really good, and that's Emma's favorite. So
Does Issy drink tea too?
she drinks it, but she didn't like the brand that we drank last night.
I know. We bought like
How much thought
I
went
can't
into
even
that?
tell you the tea.
The tea that you had at this
well,
get together.
I honestly, when you start talking about like recruiting visits, right? You go into okay, what is it that because you want to. You know, there is some like glitz and glamour that comes in a visit, right?
Yeah.
And there's, you know, you roll out red carpet and you know, everything is good. That's all recruiting. Everything's good all the time. It's not always the most like real and authentic. So you want to be able to add these real and authentic
Human
moments, right? Because you have a day or 2 days at the most to get to know each other really well. Like as much as you think you can get to know each other on a phone or on a Zoom call or FaceTime or whatever else through a text message, it's not the same as when you are, you know, and especially watching them with their families because we get to bring their families, you know, and you watch them with their siblings, you watch them how they interact with their parents, right? And you're really trying to get to know them. And so you start to think things like, oh, well, don't all people from London drink tea after, you know?
What are we going to be doing at tea
They didn't come
time?
visit. They weren't in a visit space at when they came. So you nor Emma were able to come visit before they decided that they were coming to Oklahoma. So that was very different
For
too.
when they like showed up.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and even
Is that just
Sina-
because like logistics of that like that
The
travel just
timing-
for a
the
visit?
timing was
Well,
bad.
the timing was interesting because Emma, and obviously we'll talk about that with Emma too, but Emma didn't, you know, like she didn't really decide that she was coming to the US because she had gone to university there. It was a different situation. The system is a different, you know, different system. Prep schools are different, you know, all things are different. And so she didn't even decide that she was coming until June. You didn't decide that you were going to come
Here.
to the U.S. until when?
End of May, June.
End of May or June as
Yes.
well. And
So-
so she didn't even graduate her high school
Yes.
version of whatever you call it.
High school, yeah.
High school until what, like the end of June?
Yes, I had like my graduation certificate like end of June.
And also at that point, getting a visa was very challenging. And so Daffa was like, I mean, it was so incredible how everything just fell into place. 'Cause
Thank
at
you,
first,
Nikki. Thank you, Courtney.
I mean, you know, at first it was like, good, you can get your appointment in October. And you're like, we can't get an appointment. So we're like, Daffa, you have to every day, you know, sign up, go on your online,
Do
like
these
do all these
steps,
things,
yeah.
go, you know, you have to do all this stuff. And literally it was like,
No.
she got her appointment,
was
she got her visa, she got on a plane.
Same, yep.
Like all within like a 24 hour. I mean, it was
Yeah.
just this like stressful, chaotic,
Yes.
and you have to drive here and you have to do this and you have to.
Yes, I had my appointment on Monday. I started my suitcase on Monday. They kept my visa, my passport to like print a page. I got my visa with my passport Tuesday, and then I was on the plane Wednesday morning.
Yeah. I mean, it was like, you know,
Yes.
and we're all
So was
here.
that July last year?
No, it was August. It was right before
Oh,
school started.
August,
So
wow.
she
Wow.
almost missed. And for international students, there has to be a number of classes that you are
Yes.
in-person classes. That's
Eligibility.
just federal law.
Yes.
And so it's not athletics, it's not NCAA, it's not university, it is federal. And so it's 9 hours, I think, right?
Yes.
Each semester. And so
Throughout their whole
throughout their
career.
whole time.
Yes.
Yes. And so they have to be in-person class. And as you know, so many classes have turned now, you know, not a big deal when you went to school or when I went to school. We only had in-person classes. It wasn't, you didn't do that, but there's so many more online classes or hybrid classes where sometimes they're in and sometimes
Right.
they're on.
Or you can even choose.
You
like
can choose.
now, yeah.
Yep, there's a lot of different choices, and so that's also our new normal is navigating the academic space as well. So, but if she couldn't get here, you know, until October, she couldn't be a student and therefore couldn't play basketball
Yeah.
Yeah.
because she couldn't start any classes unless she's here taking them.
We've talked about how last summer was kind of crazy in a lot of ways,
Yes.
not just with Daffa, but for
Yes.
you and for
Yes.
Reagan and Peyton and Sahara.
Yeah.
Were you able
Yeah.
to tell her, like, don't worry, Daffa, I was barely here this summer too. You didn't miss much.
I mean, this summer is so different
Yeah.
than last summer, it's insane how different it is. But you're right. I mean, we didn't have you, we didn't have Emma,
Yes.
we didn't have me, we didn't have Reagan. Peyton missed, Sahara was gone. I mean,
Yes. And there were sometimes you texted me, you were in Europe.
I know, I'm right
Yes,
here.
I
I'm
was
kind of
like-
by you.
Let's
Not
have
really,
tea.
but kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like,
Yes.
yeah, Brooklyn, because I was like, don't worry, you're not here. There is no one. Like, there is
Right.
literally no one. And
Right.
I was like feeling a little better, but then I was so stressed because I was like,
Yeah.
I want my team. I need to be with my team. But
Right. Well, and it's honestly not as big a deal when you don't have the giant hour of time gaps.
Yep.
You know, like for them going to school, going to practice, it's harder for them to connect with their families, right? Because like when they're working, it's when they get up.
Yep.
Their free time is when they're busy. And so even their, I don't want to say like their independence gained, but their lack of time being able to connect with their families back home is different than, you know, Brooklyn, who's sharing, oh, I call my mom 10 times a day. You know,
Yeah.
like Brooklyn's mom's everyone's mom.
She
You know what I
is.
mean? Because she has to be. And, you know, and for them, it's different. So you can see like at, you know, the Christmas break time where they're like, we love this time. We practice in the morning. We can call our families. We can see, you know, and so it's just
Yeah.
it's a different type of experience.
Oh, when you were a kid growing up, did you? And I asked this to like other Oklahoma Sooners that aren't Oklahomans originally, like living out of state. You know, Brooklyn, for instance.
Yeah.
But did you ever have a feeling like I do want to move like somewhere one day, or did you ever have a feeling I always want to be in France? Just kind of talk us through that.
I
those thoughts.
always wanted to like travel. Like I love traveling. I love going to the airport. I just
All
love
of it.
traveling.
Okay.
So I was like why not? Like if school or like basketball can bring me somewhere else, like why not? Because like what I'm doing right now, like I'm discovering so much stuff about others' culture, and I just love it. So yeah, and I was like with basketball, especially when I grew up, I left my home at 13. I was like, oh, I'm not
To
gonna
go to the prep school.
Yes,
Okay.
I was like, oh, I'm not gonna get to stay with my mom, like, and my dad, so might as well travel and like see what can basketball bring me. So
So talk about that. Like she referenced it with Emma going. Did she do 1 year of university there? What's like, whether the player is Irish or French or wherever, Spanish? What's talk through that dynamic of like the possibilities of staying in Europe and going to the next level of school in basketball versus here? Like why would players choose here? Why would they choose to stay?
I think it's like the balance between being a student and basketball. In France, it's really hard to like go on your studies and like all
Okay.
of your school and be a basketball player, or even like every sports. Like I think the only sport it's like really soccer when you can play both, but not really, because at a young age for soccer you choose to be like a pro and go on the prep school even earlier than basketball. But just like manage school and basketball, I think would be the hardest thing, and what really motivated me the most to
Think
come
about
here.
how different that is. I mean, I got a kid that's 14.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh my gosh, like no way he could function going off
So
to
would
school.
is what you're saying then that, this is generalizing, I know, but those that choose to come to America and leave home are more like the academics like yourself that take school very seriously?
I
Is
wouldn't
what
say
you're saying?
that. I would like, I would say like they want like also like the infrastructure and like the fact that here like U.S. is like a sports country, like being involved, like even like pros in the Europe don't have those facilities, and like
Okay.
that's like crazy. Like you cannot imagine like how it be like to be a D1 player, or like I know some of D2 school have like really good facilities, or JUCOs, but yeah, probably like the school and like the way you can like make yourself better by coming here, like in all the ways in life. So as a player, as a person,
Okay.
and also as a student. So
Well, you've taken full advantage of that here in terms of developing your game and working and on the court, in the weight room, especially.
Yes.
That's been like a big focus of yours. And is that something kind of like what he's talking about? Is that one of the major differences?
yes, that's the major differences, and also like the aspect of like stuff that you you will not ignore in Europe, but like the fact we have a nutritionist, Brittany, Parker, everyone working towards the same goal, getting us better, and like this not for only me, but for now 15, 16 girls, so that's really crazy. And also having like all those people like on the common same goal, with also you can go more above with like our new GA and like other sports, like what's baseball deal, it's incredible, and like be able to witness it, and same with gymnastic, like same goal, be going for a national championship, so that's really great.
Jenny, it's so interesting to hear an international player like Daffa talk about like that perspective, because for us, we're used to it. Like, SEC schools, Oklahoma, Division I schools have nice facilities. It's just a reality that we are, aware of in America, especially with as big as football, American football is here, and other sports have been coming along, kind of following that. But in a lot of ways, like what she's saying, it is. I know it's like literally not professional basketball in college, but in so many ways, like you would think it is, or it kind of is in a lot of ways, especially now, just with facilities and how many things different people you have in your corner. Like she's saying, it's interesting to hear that perspective.
Well, and I think as she's talking, I'm like, it's so interesting, and in the seat I sit in, you get so tunnel vision sometimes, and you think only Oklahoma, or you think only SEC, or you think only basketball, so like when you're talking about right now, the NCAA is obviously changing, and this is going to be like just an incredible 10-year period of time, right? Since COVID to 2030, right? Like there's going to be a lot of change, and there has been, and especially with this revolution of transfer portal, where it's all free agency, where it's you've got NIL opportunities, you've got revenue share now with athletes, that it is turning more toward that professional model. And so many basketball coaches are like, oh, we're going to turn into the European leagues, right? The pros. But what also differentiates us is that we have baseball here, and gymnastics, and you have tennis, and you have golf, and you have football, and you have all on our little campus. And so I think that's also something that you can't do that all while still craving to have that educational pull, right? So that educational pull for, someone like me and a lot of our coaches here, still want that to be, it's not just about getting the degree, but it's also about being able to use this sport as part of your educational experience. There are so many transferable life skill sets that you get in being on a team setting and cheering for other people.
Yes.
And
do you guys talk about that as like with your team? Like, is that something?
As like standards outside of basketball, our leadership skills, obviously our communication, and like obviously like we can like kind of call it our own little society, and like working together. So obviously there is like so much skills, like you grew up like in being basketball and like a D1 athlete. So
well, and you even like your roommate, you roomed with Emma, but then you also had 2 other roommates that were not athletes. And so
were they American?
Yes, both American. Yes.
Sorority girls.
but honestly, they've been incredible. Their families have been incredible. I mean, especially one in particular. I mean, and Emma and Daffa are so independent, and there's a, like as you're raising your own kids, like we've talked about this a lot, where it's like you start to value that independence, right? Like in your own children, and so you want to create these opportunities for them. Never would I think, okay, when you're 12, go move to another country. Learn another language, right? That's far enough away that I can't get there. Close enough that if I have to, I can. But also, I trust the coaches. I trust the program. I trust, I'm trusting these people. The independence that they're gaining is incredible. Where I'm like, maybe. I mean, poor Eli, I just pick on him all the time, my son, but I'm like, maybe he'll brush his teeth then, you know what I mean? Or, do all the things, right? And make his bed and do all the things that every day I nag my children. Or maybe they just do that when they're more independent, But I think about that, and I'm absolutely amazed. I ran into them. I was picking up, Issy had just flown in, and I was picking her up at the airport, and I run into these guys, and I'm like, why didn't you tell us? She's like, we already have a ride. Her roommate's mom, her roommate wasn't even in town. Her mom came from, I don't even know from where. And I would have put you all in my car, but none of your stuff, it wouldn't fit in my car, you know? And they
you offered me, and Eli was in the back, was like,
I know, Eli's like, this cannot all fit. Issy doesn't pack light. The rest of you pack light. Issy, not so much. But
Well, to be fair to her, it's her first. Well,
sure, but I just picked up Cena too, and there was a lot less.
Okay, so there's
Yes.
some.
Yes.
There's some
and that's
context
not
there.
really fair because I think she had stuff from Maryland too. So
Yes.
Sina came from home.
Issy, yeah, who knows? Who knows? But yes, she'll be a fun one of these two.
Stick
But-
around for her episode.
Yeah, exactly. Subscribe here.
Yeah, like and
You need to
subscribe.
bring hope. You need
Yeah.
to bring hope
Right
for
here.
Yeah,
their episode.
yeah. My children are trying to start their own YouTube channel, and I have all these videos on my phone, you know, because they're linked.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then
So
it
the
comes.
cloud, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And so then I'm like, this is a selfie video, and the number of times she'll say, subscribe here.
Oh.
I'm like, really? Like, there's nowhere to
Don't
subscribe
just-
on a
don't just
video
click
on my
it.
phone.
Smash
Yes,
the subscribe.
here. But yeah, no, it's but anyway, the people here that have brought you in now, part of it's your personality. This is Daffa all the time. This is Daffa on the hardest day of practice. This is Daffa on, you know, a day she's missing home. This is on her happiest day. Like, this is just her, and she's just been invaluable.
I have a quote. I was talking to Josh and Derek yesterday, getting ready for these today, and I think you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was Western Carolina. Were those your first points?
Yes.
Free throws? Okay.
Yes.
At the end of the game, we were talking about that. I was there with you guys, and I remember it vividly. But so you hit free throws, the bench goes,
Nuts.
Yeah,
Absolutely
they love
nuts.
Daffa. Yes.
which just shows how much they obviously appreciate you and love you. And I think Peyton was asked about it. Josh mentioned this. Peyton was asked about it post-game, and she said, Daffa cheers for all of us all the time. She is always the first one up to cheer us on. So when she has her moment, it's so easy to cheer for her. So I don't know, what tell us about that experience for you. You had to have felt like you're in the right place when
I
your
know.
teammates, are cheering for you like that.
Yeah, but I can say the same thing about every single one, especially with our group last year. It was like everything was coming from a good space, and that felt so easy to fit in and like just pour into them. That I would say like Brooklyn is a good example, but Peyton too, like she was such a good mentor leaning to this way, and Beatrice and Reagan too, like they were like so much like pouring to me, so that I was like, yeah, just like I didn't like most of the time don't even think about it. I was just like, that's just gonna flow and that's just gonna be the way it is. And I think that's something that I really want to keep for my college career, like the way like pouring into each other and just uplift the group this
Yeah.
way. So
Well, and Daffa on the court too. I mean, she does a really good job. I mean, there's times where I'm putting her like, I'm like, go run the wing, go do this, go. Like, she's picked up on
Yeah, I
things.
noticed that.
Sometimes I'll even have her, okay, go against them for a second, like, because you already know, you know what I mean? And it's fun to be able to see that shift of players that need to get up more reps, and that player that might already kind of understand some things, so I can put them in a different role and they can just fill different positions. And
Yeah.
you know, sometimes you start looking at that and you're like, okay, what is she? But Daffa doesn't. She's just like, it's getting me better. It's getting me better. And she's getting better for the team constantly. And she just picks up on things so fast that she's been so easy to coach from that standpoint, you know, because there's always something that she can do to help because her attitude's so great.
Yeah. Daffa, what are you focusing on this offseason growing as a player?
I think probably my shot, like be really more confident and like my shot selection obviously, but also like
Which,
the
by the way,
timing.
how about your pace of your shot?
I know it got so much better. Props to you.
No, that's not
Kind
me.
of
That's you.
not sped up, but a little quicker.
Yes, like more
well, just
automatic.
more confident.
Yes.
And
So
yeah.
I'm gonna keep building on that because
Yeah.
especially with our like the way we play here, like that's something you need to be really more consistent. And with our group too, like that like really motivates me. We have a great team of shooters. Like I was trying to like I don't know if it was practice or pickup, and I was like, oh, she's open. oh, but she's also open, like who I give the ball to because they're so good. Or like sometimes like, oh, I'm gonna set a flare for her. Oh, I can also do that for her because she's so good. So
it's contagious shooting the ball for sure. I would say being around and like people that can shoot. It's not a fluke, you know. There are a lot of reasons and habits and feel and instinct, of course,
and
but
touch and
that's
everything.
and touch. So, but it's easy when you're around good shooters.
It really is, and also really good people. Like I mean, you have both Keziah, Brooklyn, and Aaliyah as well. I mean, I know we talked about Emma, but I'd be curious to see what you think their growth has been this year, because those are players too that have good attitudes. They're hard on themselves.
Yes.
You know, like you've been kind of the one that's kind of been able to lift them up and encourage them as well.
I think it's like I'm really curious about their confidence because since they're like came this summer, now like you said, they're not the new ones anymore. They've like grown so much, like they have to explain to the new ones, they have to like lift up the group, and like especially Keziah, where her decision making, her IQ on the court, like that's has got so much better. Like I'm like really impressed. I didn't see much of Emma obviously, but now I see her on with her team. She's playing 1 through 4. She's leading the way, and she's like so talented. And I'm really happy to see her thrive in Europe.
I know she was so nice, and I was like, Emma, you have to remember, you can shoot the ball.
I know.
I can't take the coach.
We got
out
a
of me
lot of
sometimes.
international basketball
we do.
we're needing to watch
We
these days
do.
with Sahara and with Emma.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Maybe
Keep
others.
talking.
Yeah.
No, but
Brooklyn,
yeah. And Brooklyn, she's got so much confidence. And obviously now with our post group, she's also one of the leaders. So she's really making like sure that everyone's is at the right spot. Like even if she's on court, always like vocally be here. And Aaliyah, with her post and like her like guard position, she's like really grown into her like, okay, how am I like gonna set this person up? Like how can I make like everyone like work with the ball to like towards like making this person score a 3, or like even her position. And every time like she's been like even on pickup, she was like so having so much good leadership, and that's exactly what we need. So
I think we've talked about this a couple of these different sit downs with your teammates. I think Brooklyn's included. Maybe you joked about this, but when everybody gets there, when you've been around Brooklyn long enough, when was the point for you and you're like, oh, she's this is every day, like this positivity, this vocalism.
Yeah, you and Brooklyn have a good. I mean, Keziah does too, actually.
yes,
Like, she really does.
Yes. She's
But
more
Brooklyn's out, and you're
Keziah
out.
is more on the low key. Like she would
Yes.
tap on your shoulder and give you a joke
Yes.
that only you need to hear it. But I think that the first day,
Well,
because
Aaliyah's kind of like that too, actually.
Aaliyah's
on
kinda-
the
yeah,
court.
she's
Like,
really joke.
kind
So
of-
first day with
she's
Brooklyn.
really
She's kind
joking.
of like a. I
Yes.
mean, they're like very similar on the court.
I'm going off my flight, so I was really tired. Suitcase. So I walk into Zoe. Jenny just drove me here. I walk into Zoe, and like we're all like chill. She gives me a little side hug. We're going upstairs. I'm dropping my suitcase. Like nothing is down, and like one of the coaches waiting, like because they heard a text that Keziah and Brooklyn are coming down. And she just jumped on me. She's like, she doesn't care if I had an 8-hour flight. She doesn't care if I had 2 flights. She doesn't care if I have a suitcase in my hand. She just jumps on me. And I'm like, girl, I'm going to jump too. And yeah, I was like, yeah, I hope she's like that every day. I was really surprised.
Yeah.
But she is. And then like, our freshman year with Emma, they really took care of us with Keziah, like with rad stuff, explaining us, showing us Oklahoma, showing us the US. So I really learned like how she acts and stuff. So that was really
But
fun.
she didn't, because I didn't get you to listen to country music yet.
No, she did. I know.
Do you like it? Are you
Tennessee
coming
whiskey
along?
by heart.
Nice.
I know Tennessee whiskey by heart, and I can say that
That's
about
for
a
the
lot of
next
songs.
episode. So
I know.
subscribe here.
We're gonna test that at the end of this. Be ready to sing it for us.
I know,
no, I'm
but
just kidding.
we have surprisingly, country is not our common point, but we do listen to a lot of other music. So we love
Yes.
kind of the same artist and a lot of sad songs, but it's okay. But
So Taylor Swift.
no, that Taylor Swift. Kinda, we like Cardigan by Taylor Swift or
Okay.
Midnight Rain, but more Olivia Rodrigo, Fleetwood Mac, Lover, You Should Come Over.
Okay.
So, and we really
So
bonded.
Kazia's changing you.
Yes, we really
She's
bonded
changing
on
everybody.
music though. Like that's our thing. We get in the car and we're like, what we're gonna listen to it. And like last year before season started, we were like, let's do just card rides, listen to music on campus. And we're like, we don't go out, we don't do nothing, we just do car rides, listening to
How do
music.
you decide who gets
Amazing.
who's on the?
I know,
who's
we
the
used to
DJ?
say who has the aux.
Okay,
Who has the
so
aux
I
cord,
don't know
yeah.
if you say that.
most of the times it's the one that owns the car. So it's never Emma and me, but they let us get some suggestion and some speak. So mostly Emma, Brooklyn and Kazaya. So
Okay.
but I'm
That's
on
amazing.
aux every time we're not in the car though. So if we're getting ready, if we're in the locker,
Okay.
or if we're shooting,
That's your job.
That's my job.
How's that happen so quick for a freshman gonna be sophomore?
I don't know.
You just bring the good stuff.
I
You
know.
bring the
I
vibes.
think I really spot with people I'm with. I really spot on like the taste and like I remember a lot. I have good memory, so I'm like, oh yeah, she does like this song. Oh yeah, she does this song. So
Have you gotten any teammates into French music?
no, I listen to French music, but not as much as English. I listen to a lot of English
Okay.
music. So
Did you do that in France too?
yes.
Okay.
That's why
Okay.
though. That's a part too of my English skills. Like I love the pop culture and the American culture.
Okay.
So.
Is that a common thing in Paris or in
I
France?
think it's our generation thing. Like there is a lot of people that like I know that are like on social media and stuff that just like talks English because like that's what they consume, like either in movies or
interesting.
with music in different like social media. So
What would you be doing if you weren't a basketball player?
I would.
And also, like, what are you studying to do after basketball is done one day?
Okay. I'm studying fine arts because like I said, I love everything that is related to culture. So arts, fine arts, movies, cinema, painting. I love everything related to art. But if I was like at the moment I was not a basketball player, I think I would be probably a baker and a student somewhere. So I would be focused on baking outside of school, but yeah.
Okay.
And then work on something in arts.
That's
Baking.
amazing.
Well, she didn't have a visit, but maybe you could have
Yeah, maybe
done
you
some baking if she were to
Or
have
she could bake for us.
There you
I
go.
know.
I would
know.
trust you.
Yes.
What kind of things do you like to?
Everything. I can do banana breads, cookies, brownies, but my favorite is crepes.
Okay.
Okay, so
That's very French of you.
I know.
My French
Do you put
teammate
Nutella
Amat was
in
not
it
a
or
big
what?
crepes guy.
I put salted caramel.
Oh.
Ooh.
I know people that put Nutella in it. My little brother does a lot,
Yep.
way too much.
Yep.
Okay, so we're women's basketball going to Paris.
That's right.
Yes!
November 1st, right? Against North Carolina, is that right?
We're
Yes.
heading there.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to about that?
I'm excited.
Well, let's start there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm so excited because same in my city, like it's been a while I haven't played like close to home, so obviously my family's gonna be there, my friends gonna be there, so
Are you getting them all like crimson stuff?
I that's what I'm trying to
Cheering
do.
section.
Like I'm already like going
Taking
through my
lists.
notes and stuff. Like
Nice.
whoever needs this side and stuff. So yes,
That's
I'm really
right.
just
How
excited.
awesome.
I'm so lucky. Like from all the international student stuff, like who gets to play like 30 minutes from home? Like
Right.
that's so crazy.
Or a
When did you
10-minute train
When did you
ride,
find
like
out
she
that
said.
was happening?
When I got here, I think Jenny was working on it because they were
Yes.
like looking for contracts and like those are stuff that you have to plan really early on. And she was like, we're not sure, but we're really trying to look for it. And I was like, really? I mean, I was like finger crossed, praying already for playing there. So really early last year.
All right, so free time, your teammates are with you at home. What are you looking forward to about that? What all are you guys going to get into? What are the musts that they have to
Okay,
do or
so-
try or eat, whatever? Let's get
Okay,
into some
so
of
we
that.
need to go on a sunshine walk. Bon, I don't think we're gonna have sunshine, but we're gonna go on a walk.
In November, okay.
Yes, probably a little coffee shop, walk around. I think where we're gonna stay, it's like in like downtown Paris. So I think we're probably gonna have museum next to us, architecture from Paris, the Haussmann buildings. So I'm just gonna like, guys, we're gonna walk, be ready, get your trainers, shoes, and we're gonna just see where I live and really take over Courtney's job and do the visit of everything.
Give her a break. Let her enjoy a little vacation.
Okay, speaking of weather, has that been one of your biggest adjustments?
Oh,
yes. I'm like, every time I go out, especially with the AC, like we don't have AC in Europe. So like every time I go out of the building, I'm like, okay, my long sleeves are perfect, like for today. It's so hot outside. It's so hot outside. And especially in summer, like in France or in Europe, like that's the time, like, or spring, that's the time when you go on picnic stuff, like you go eat a sandwich outside, you go on walk. Here it's even impossible. Like I went for a coffee Saturday morning or Monday morning, and I was like, okay, I'm done. That's the only thing I'm doing outside because it's really hot. And they told me that last year they didn't have AC in the practice facility, and I was like, yeah, I'm complaining about the AC, but that's a good thing.
That's funny. Yeah, last year I think you were asked the question. And it was like September, and you were like, "This is not fall. Like, this
not
doesn't
fall.
count
I
as
know.
autumn."
Because I don't know what football game it was. I think it was like either
Oh,
Auburn.
the first few football games are
It
so
was
bad.
so bad. It was so hard. And then like Michigan was my favorite football game because first it was college game day, but it's also a night game, so it was really more chill and stuff. But it was so hot. Like we were melting in the student section. It was crazy. And when we're gonna go in Paris, November, I talked about it with my teammates. They were like, "Yeah, let's bring cute outfits. Let's take pictures and dress and stuff." I was like, "Yeah, and bring a coat too. bring a puffer jacket."
Okay.
It's gonna be cold a little, but hopefully we'll see a little bit sunshine in the day. But in the night, yeah. Wear your jacket.
Jenny, you guys went in 2022.
Yeah.
What were some of your favorite things about, like basketball aside, just the trip?
Yeah, well, anytime you get to do international trips, it's so much fun. It's so different now though, because when you used to do those international tours, you didn't have your phone access. There wasn't, you know what I mean, the wireless internet. Like now they can all have their phones and they can do all the things, and even the generation difference of every photo you would ever take was with your group, and now it's just by yourself, in front of things. And so that was kind of fun to be able to see their personalities. And, and I got to see it a little different through my kids' eyes too, to see them go experience the Eiffel Tower.
Had they been out of the country
They
before
had
that?
been out of the country, but not to France. And and it was neat too, because I think it was right after the first year we were here. So you got this really fun group of, experiencing, and we were a pretty intimate group, so it was fun to be able to just experience meals and, another country. We actually did get to go to Tony Parker's facility in Lyon. And I think he built it maybe right before COVID.
Yes, exactly. So this is actually the best in France, I think. That's the best in
and that's
France.
what they said. And honestly, it took me at that point too, when you go on these international tours, so much of it was about tourism. My whole thought shifted in terms of, okay, this is a lot of where their professional experience is. You got Skylar Van overseas, you got, Liz Scott, Maddie Williams has been over there, Taylor Robertson. You're seeing all these players that are, wanting to play at that next level. And so a lot of times they go to different countries in Europe. And so we wanted to teach them, how do you use the subway? How do you go buy food? How do you, because a lot of times you're going to be the only one speaking English in the places you're going. In Paris, there's a lot of different languages, but in some of those, smaller areas or, so we were able to do multiple things. But
so I'd imagine that's kind of a focus this time around.
100%, yeah.
Cool.
Well, and it's different. It's November. It's season. you know,
It's a
where
game that matters. I
it's
mean,
a
they all matter,
game.
but it
no,
counts.
but yeah, it's a game, and so you want to go and experience, and obviously you get to go visit Daffa's home. I think that's incredible, and we have 4 players that are from Europe,
Yeah.
and so I'm assuming most of their families will get to come.
Yes.
And so that will also be something that's going to be a little bit unique and different for us, is that we get to kind of go experience culture. We get to experience her home. Obviously, it's a huge kickoff to women's college basketball.
Yep.
And you want to do some of those kind of touristy things, like, you know, being able to food, Eiffel Tower, Mona Lisa's, you know, the
Yes.
Louvre. Like, there's so many different things that they learn about growing up that you want
Yeah.
to be able to see, because it does. Like, you know, Daffa got to travel at a young age, and so you get that, where it's like, once you see the world, you want to see more of the world, and that's what we want to have our players experience too.
I love that.
So.
I wanted to end with, like, why OU? How did OU become a possibility for you? Walk us through that process a little bit, and then, like, why specifically
okay.
did you like?
So like Jenny said, like my recruiting process was really short. I didn't get a visit. I was like having like a wing of a week or 2 weeks and a half. So I was like, yeah, I need to find my home somewhere. And I had multiple choice, but what stood out for me, it's like the culture of home and family. Like when I was like all the way studying in France for my exam, struggling with my exam, I got a call from Jenny, I got a text from Peyton, and I was like, oh, those people really cares about me. They cares about Daffa before caring about the player. And I was like, yeah, I want to be around those people and thrive with them, progress with them. And that, I think that I was really scared to like make a bad choice, but at the end of the day, like it was the thing that felt more natural to me, and like I didn't force it. And I was like, yeah, maybe you're doing a bad choice, but if your hearts feel that way, it's maybe the good choice. So
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
I know, I don't regret it. So
4, you mentioned it, 4 international players. I think that's tied. This is, if this is wrong, it's Josh Poteet, because he told me
We
this.
can blame Josh.
Let's blame
Or we can
Josh.
cut it out. Let's go talk about these. 4 international players. I think ties 1998 for the program high. Has that just happened? Is that has that been kind of a new approach of yours, or?
Well, I think NCAA rules have changed. You know, so there is a little bit. The pool is bigger than maybe it was, especially with the way that they, you know, go to their prep schools or to pro so much younger than they do here. So I think there's some of that. I think some of that is more interest. I think some of that is, you know, some of the NIL, some of the rev share. I think some of that has opened some doors. I think you're seeing it across the board more so than you're just seeing at Oklahoma. But the way that we play in a positionless game, I mean, even looking at the WNBA, looking at the NBA, it has become very, you know, it's worldwide. It's not just U.S. players. It's not just European players. I mean, it's worldwide. And so you can see that that's happening in women's college basketball as well. And so we've definitely been able to benefit from it.